Welcome back to Altezza. My name is Jonas, and in this video, we're gonna have a little chat about the unsung heroes of the mountain, the porters. The porters are an essential part of any and all Mount Kilimanjaro hiking adventures, carrying all of the camping gear and all the other essentials that are required for us to have a successful expedition. Without them, it would be more or less impossible for hikers to continuously reach the summit. Sure, enthusiasts and professionals could make it work, but on our expeditions, we prioritize your comfort and we have the porters to thank for this possibility as they make sure that all of the equipment and supplies are in the right place at the right time. The camp is set up comfortably upon arrival and the kitchen is fully stocked with everything that we need at any given time. At certain camps throughout the Kilimanjaro expedition, the porters walk several miles to restock and deliver fresh water and other fresh goods to the camps. And they do this so that the hikers can enjoy the hot, tasty, and nutritious meals and beverages, not to mention being able to rinse their faces with clean, heated water, and of course, brush their teeth with clean water twice a day. Their hard work and dedication make it possible for hikers to simply focus on the climb without having to worry about any of the logistics associated with the comfort and the success of the trek. This incredible work ethic is often overlooked by climbers on their expedition, simply because the porters do such a good job. They quietly and seamlessly go about their tasks behind the scenes to ensure that the climbers have everything that they need to successfully reach the summit. Altezza is the largest Kilimanjaro tour operator, effectively running over 15% of all climbs throughout every single year. As a result of this, Altezza proudly employs over 1,500 guides, mountain chefs, and of course, porters that make up our incredible climbing team. At Altezza, we prioritize the care and well-being of our entire mountain crew, as we see this as a non-negotiable and fundamental part of our social responsibility. Altezza Travel is also proud to be a recognized member of the Kilimanjaro Porters Assistance Project, otherwise known as KPAP. This organization is a part of the International Mountain Explorers Connection, and it strives to protect one of the most underprivileged classes of the Tanzanian society, namely the porters. Most porters come from a remote rural area in search of work in the busier touristy parts of Tanzania, and they do this with a humble and honest approach to looking for their employment. Unfortunately, poor treatment and underpayment of porters is a common and widespread issue throughout the climbing expedition industry right here at Kilimanjaro. High rates of unemployment mean that those with little education or other practical experience are desperate for work. Certain employers exploit this vulnerability, which is particularly apparent throughout the porter community. Many budget operators specifically aim to hire porters for the lowest wage possible. They provide inadequate meal amounts as well as insufficient equipment, making the porters completely susceptible to the extreme weather conditions and other harsh physical conditions that they will face on the mountain. In many cases, porters feel that they have to put up with this maltreatment without being able to formally complain, simply because they are unaware of their rights thanks to their employers. By booking a trip with a budget tour operator, specifically those that are not KPAP members, which are often the same operators that offer Kilimanjaro expeditions for surprisingly low prices, travelers are directly contributing to this terrible and abusive cycle for the porters. And this is exactly why KPAP was founded. The project outlines acceptable working criteria and conditions, and it continuously conducts independent evaluations of Kilimanjaro expedition operators. They function almost as union representatives, paying close attention to the different operators' hiring process, the working conditions, and of course the compensation for their porters. They conduct the formal scrutinization and processes on behalf of the porters when any misconduct is spotted. Only the companies that meet the standards can become KPAP certified. So, if you're a traveler, make sure to prioritize the ethical treatment and good working conditions for the porters and of course the other local staff by looking out for KPAP certification when you are selecting a climbing operator. A KPAP certification directly shows that the operator values their employees, treats climbing crews and porters fairly, and ensures that their trekking experience contributes to the greater good of the Tanzanian society, not just to the company owners or the office staff. Here at Altezza, we are committed to the well-being of our porters. Now let me share with you just a few of the ways that we go above and beyond for our mountain crew. On every single Altezza expedition, each porter is provided with 3 nutrient-dense meals every single day, and of course sleeps in a high-quality, well-insulated tent. As part of the climbing team, every porter also attends a medical checkup 2 times per day to ensure that their health and well-being are always looked after throughout every single climb. If a porter should get sick throughout an expedition, Altezza will of course cover all costs associated with his treatment and any other medical bills. And of course, the porter still receives a full salary for that climb. Promising and motivated candidates are encouraged to become assistant guides and, in due time, subject to passing our training programs, have the opportunity of becoming full guides right here at Altezza Travel. Each and every member of our porter crew has his equipment checked by our office team before starting any expedition, and this process is of course conducted at a comfortable facility at our climbing base. We make sure that everyone, including our porters, has everything that they need for a safe and successful climb. We pay our porters at the high end of the current rates for compensation, and we never expect them to rely on tips as their salary. As such, we are a proud organization, as our porters can afford school fees for their children and also set aside savings for their future retirement. Furthermore, we are the first travel company in all of Tanzania to open personal bank accounts for each and every member of our mountain crew. All payments are of course processed electronically to ensure complete transparency and full accountability. And finally, we issue a company ID for each porter to track his career and successes with Altezza Travel, and of course provide individualized assistance whenever this is needed. KPAP periodically evaluates our climbs, making sure that our standards meet the meticulous, non-negotiable criteria. The way this process works is that a KPAP representative joins a climb, making sure that our organization follows the requirements for the well-being of the mountain crews throughout. If you would like to learn more about KPAP and their mission throughout Tanzania, you can find a link right here in the description below. If you've chosen another operator for your Kilimanjaro adventure, please do make sure that the company of your choice is KPAP certified. By doing this, you're making a meaningful contribution to the development of Kilimanjaro and the porters as a responsible and sustainable travel destination. Now, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.